Is it mad to say that I think watching Sinners has made me question my religion?
Like people used to say mad things to me though, like I'm gonna be a demon, this, that, and the third, yeah. And as a kid, that's what I've come to realize. That's really, really traumatic. You know what I'm saying? Grace. I'll give him a little bit of grace.
No, I give him grace. It's not his fault. He's disabled.
Yeah. No, literally, and
even if you meant it, good timing. No, I'm joking. And I said he reminds me of you.
No. Yeah. Maybe send me this guy's. I don't think he looks like me.
You're literally already shouting.
No, I feel like if you say that, then that's a bit colorist of you. Yeah, we're just both dark skinned, innit? Like.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Glorified Jist podcast. The podcast for those who love reality TV, popular culture, internet discourse, and maybe even a little bit of gossip. But also those who are critical thinkers and are trying to stay media literate in a world that wants us to do the complete opposite. We are back for episode 5. That's the smoothest intro I've ever done.
Come on. Episode 5 is the time.
Let me introduce you. Okay, just cool.
Cool. I'm calm.
We're back for episode 5, guys, and I'm back with a guest. I like to do my guest intros before they reveal themselves, but I think this person has jumped ahead. As you can see, guys, today we have a man in the building, a male, and I don't want to make a habit of having too many men on here. I want this to be a safe space for the girlies and for us to be able to chat shit about them. But this one, guys, I trust. This is a trusted male, someone who's been around for a very, very long time. You might know him as someone who's into the herbs and spices. You might know him as the botanical moonshiner, whatever that means.
You're not education. Okay, cool.
But today you'll know him as my very dear friend, Jason.
Yay. I'm gonna clap for myself and clap for that wonderful intro.
Thank you.
Let me just say one thing. Thank you for having me on, and thank you for saying that you trust me, innit? Like, I feel so honoured.
I feel like we're like, what's it called? Aura farming. Because why are you looking directly at the camera when you should be looking at me?
Are we not supposed to?
No, we can alternate, but like you're having a conversation with me.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. And the camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Jason.
Okay. I'm really in a little bit. It's too late for that. Yeah.
So guys, this is my friend Jason, and we have been friends for a very, very long time now. This year makes 10 years. Yeah. September, when the new school year starts, that will be 10 years of friendship.
No, October specifically.
Okay, fine, whatever. I've realised I'm like having my guests in backwards chronological order of like how long I've known them. Like you're 10 years, Patrice was 7 years, I've known Ole for 5 years almost. Maria for about 3 years. So like we're going
back into your past.
Yeah. So I guess my next episode, I'll have to know them for like 15 years or something. We'll see. I can probably pull out the bag. You know me, I got little long relationships going on.
Yeah, cool. No. I'm kind of interested
to see who
you got in mind.
I don't know. It could be a friend. It could be a family member.
Yeah. I say no more.
Maybe I don't have a guest yet, so let's not overpromise. But who knows? But I thought we'd start by telling them how we met. To be honest, yeah, guys, this, apart from Pillow Talk, this is my favorite segment of the podcast. Getting to tell everyone how we met. I think one, it gives the audience insight into like versions of me, but also I just love hearing like other people's perspectives of like how they met me, because I feel like I'm always up to something. Do I be laughing?
No, that sounds like a Ugandan meme. Like some sort of Ugandan said that.
Okay.
One of our politicians.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, but yeah. What should I start off?
Yeah, you can run them down.
Let's take it back to 2017.
2016, Jason.
2016, October. It was like October, you know? People are out. Yeah. We were both in school in sixth form. I had transferred from another school in Birmingham, And it was. I remember it was my first day. I've come into the common room now, and I'm just like I'm sitting down, I'm chilling, because I'm the new kid. So in my mind, let me look at my surroundings.
Let me scope the scenery.
Let me scope the scenery. So I'm sitting down scoping the scenery, and then like I see this girl with two other girls, like a little trio. I feel like you're not gonna know who I'm talking about, but I don't think you lots talk right now, innit? But cool. So I see you lots come inside. You're talk. I'm hearing you first and foremost, innit? Yeah.
Us or me?
You. Like obviously, like you lots were all in a whole conversation, innit? But your voice was the most powerful in the sense where it's like you had something to say. You know how you're saying like I'm always up to something, innit?
Okay.
I can tell from that. Yeah, this girl is actually always up to something, innit? But then cool. You came in. I'm here. You must have said hi to me or something like that, because obviously, like, I'm the new kid and that. But I just remember you being so welcoming.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I won't lie, guys. Like, I had like a little. I'm gonna say I had like a little bit of a crush on her for like let's say like a month. You know what I'm saying?
A month is a long time.
No, it's not. Like, in the scope of 10 years, like, a month is...
No, but I mean, a month in school is like a long time.
It is in school, but, like, nah. When it's a little crush, you know what I'm saying? So, it's like, I hadn't gotten to know her, like, as much. So, like, when you get to know her a little bit, that's when you can have a crush on her. But getting to know her fully, I was realising, like...
Can I interrupt?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't like when you say this though, because no, it's fine, but like I feel like when a guy admits that they've had a crush on a girl, it kind of puts a dampener on the friendship. Because have you heard people say, oh, like you can never just be friends with a guy, like a guy always like, they say like a guy's plotting, or you might have friend zoned him, or blah blah blah. It was never that situation, guys. I didn't even know this until like we were like deep in friendship anyway. But one, I'm just like, I always thought we were just like,
you were just but it's not like that's why I'm stressing a little crush, innit? It's not like I was like, oh, I'm gonna move to her, this, that, and that. I just thought like you were
she's
cool.
cute.
You know what I'm saying? Cute and cool and that. You know what I'm saying? So,
and then the other thing, I don't like how you say that, oh yeah, then I got to know her.
No, because bro, like
what does that mean?
Like brother and sister energy. Do you get what I'm saying? Like we talk, we walk, we fight like siblings. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I realized. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean when I say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because I'm like, okay, fair. But yeah, guys. So we met in sixth form. And we also used to be a trio. But we can't talk about that.
We can't talk about that. You can't talk about that. But we were in a trio. Okay.
Stop shouting, my ears.
Sorry, boss.
No, you can continue.
Yeah, we were in a trio. It was a trio of the time.
And then there were two. But yeah, we've been able to maintain our friendship through sixth form, through uni, through like adulting. And I feel like we've got a very good bond. We literally are like siblings, guys. Like, to me, there's almost no difference between Jason and my brother, who's like a few years older than me. And I mean that in the worst way.
Thank you for that. No, but it's the same way for her. That's why when you say, obviously, like, the whole thing of, like, I was plotting. I don't think... I know, but, like, it was in a sense of... like, you just felt like familiar, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as a kid, when you feel something familiar, you're gonna be like, I need me some of that. You know what I'm saying?
Pause.
Cool. Cool. Let me reel it back in. Yeah, but but that's where the growth comes in. You know what I'm saying? That's where the growth comes in.
Yeah.
That was just familiarization. I remember I always used to compare you to my sisters.
Yes, always.
And my mom sometimes. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, how are you? The last time I saw you, I was coming home from my friend's birthday. I think you were coming home from work on the train the other day. Remember?
Yeah.
And we basically are both trying to lose a bit of weight. As you can see, Jason is huge right now.
Nah.
No, I'm joking. I guys, I've spoken about on the podcast how I've gained a lot of weight and I want to lose it. Jason's got a lad's holiday coming up and we want to
slim down.
Yeah, so how's that going for you?
I say, like, it's been hard to maintain. Yeah, I just haven't been focusing really on my fitness like that because obviously I started a new job and I feel like sometimes it's easy to maintain routines and sometimes it's hard. So I feel like I'm in the space specifically where it's like hard for me to maintain a routine, right? So I've kind of like ignored it because I feel like if I focus on it, I'm gonna ruminate on it and then it's just gonna waste time, you know? And I think like me getting like an ADHD diagnosis and going to
not you going into your law.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Flow.
So me doing that and like getting into some therapy, I've been really trying to like not shame myself when I get into these ruts, you know? So that's how I feel about that situation, you know? How about you?
I'm shaming myself. Like I'm shaming myself. And I'm not mad at it though. I feel like I work well with a little bit of like
tough love.
Yeah, and like get your shit together. But Lent has started, so I feel like that's helped me because for Lent I've given up everything. Takeaways, crisps, sweets, biscuits, like pastries. Like I'm just eating.
You're on a diet, yeah, go on.
Yeah, but I guess
no diet. Like
no, it's for Lent, but I guess it is a diet. I'm healthy eating, I guess.
Yeah,
but I'm just really restricting all the like sweet stuff.
Like and processed.
Yeah, the processed one is a little bit harder because sometimes I might have like chicken from the oven, but then with salad. So the chicken is technically processed food, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Chicken from not the oven, the freezer. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's processed.
Yeah.
I'm trying obviously couch to 5K. I'm still doing that. The run I did today, I was like, I'm on top of the world. I was probably going at snail pace, but I felt like
the endorphins were.
Yeah.
No, I love that. I love the runner's high. I can't even lie. I used to hate running. I still do hate running.
I don't, guys. I promise nothing we say to each other is fat phobic. Yeah, I don't believe you run.
What? How can she just say that and then say something fat phobic afterwards? Isn't it? Nah, of course I run. Like I'm just a more interest based. Workouter? Workout?
Never been.
Yeah. No, so like there'll be times where I'll run like 4 times a week, but I'm not telling anyone about that.
You're lying.
Bro, I just don't broadcast it because I know like I'm gonna get bored, maybe do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like what? You're not in my day. She's not in my day every day to see me doing this stuff.
Guys, you know does it give runner? Because I'm not gonna lie, if you said like, I bang gym, I'll be like cool. Like you used to do MMA
calisthenics. I still do those things. I just like rotate, innit? Rotate. So when I was saying I'm not saying that I'm a runner, but like
if you run 4 times a week, you are a runner.
In that week, I am a runner, but then after that week, I might not run for another 2 weeks.
So you don't run 4 times a week every week?
Did I say that? You know what I mean? Because I remember saying that, yeah, sometimes it's more interest-based. So if I'm interested in it, do you get it?
Okay.
What are you doing?
I just told you. It's defensive. Anyway, guys, we have a bet. Did we put money on it or no?
You know what? I forgot about the bet, but
to see who looks better.
Oh yeah.
Did we put money on it?
No. It was something else.
No, I said I was like, whoever looks better can basically talk down to the other person. I gave him permission to talk down to me, even like as a woman. Like, you can say if I look big. But do you want to put money on it?
Fuck it then. Like, I feel like you've drawn me out, so I have to.
Oh, we don't
but
have
no. I don't want to put money on it. I'll can't even lie. I wanna do something like, you can pay for my food.
Of course.
Yeah.
Food is what he's thinking about, and you think you're gonna win this competition.
No, but like, it has to be a good restaurant. Like, these days, I'm more interested in the Italian and French cuisine, because they do good mixing of flavors. You know?
Okay. How about we do this though? Okay, so our birthdays are both in summer, and we're born 3 days apart. So how about in summer we come
birthday twins?
We come back. We do a joint birthday episode. And the audience, don't get excited. And the audience can decide who has lost more weight since this episode.
All right.
And whoever loses pays for a meal for both of us.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, cool. Okay, guys, so you've got to come back in summer and you've got to interact. I'm determined to win this because I don't really like losing, and I don't want to pay for your food.
You see me, yeah? I know I'm about 50-50. I don't know if I like I said, it's a roll of the dice when it comes with me and like maintaining a workout schedule, innit? So like, if you're determined to do that, you can. But I feel like sometimes I'm just really determined as well, just randomly, you know what I'm saying? I can really just do that, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. So anyway, guys, let's get into today's episode. We're going to talk a little bit about the BAFTA Awards, and I think his name is John Davidson, saying the N-word. He has Tourette's, but calling it out at the BAFTAs, while Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were... Lindo?
The brother that grew up in Lewisham.
I know, but he's American, he says. He don't really identify with us. While they were presenting an award, we're going to talk a little bit about Sinners, the movie, anyway, because all the awards it's receiving or isn't receiving at the moment. But I wanted to start, because obviously we just spoke about Lent, with the religious aspect of the movie. Because if I'm being honest, even though I am participating in Lent, I feel very disconnected from my faith at the moment. And I feel like you are a safe space to talk about like religion and stuff in general. We have a lot of these conversations anyway. And so I thought, why not be vulnerable, but also see where you're at as someone who is spirit. Okay, first, how would you define your faith? Or
I'm definitely spiritual, but I don't like religion as an institution. But I do, theologically speaking, I do think the books that we read, they're like important. It's just what you take from them. So I guess it's like a big question mark. I can't even lie. Big question mark. It's more of like an experience. But I wouldn't say like I'm anti-religion or like an atheist.
Okay, cool. Fair. Because I am a Christian and I've chosen my faith. I was brought up as a Christian and in the church, but in my late teens, early 20s, I committed to Christianity. I guess was born again, and all of that stuff. But is it mad to say that I think watching Sinners has made me question my religion? I know it's just a movie, but ever since then, when did it come out? Last April?
Yeah.
I think that was the beginning of me interrogating parts of my faith and not being blind to how things like my race and my gender don't always align with the word. Or maybe not even so much the word, maybe it's how people who are like leaders in the church or in the faith discuss certain things, but I'm realizing there's something is not aligning. And it's bothering me because you've seen me in like my really religious stages, and I love the Lord, like I love Jesus. I I enjoy scripture. Like, I'm very prayerful in general. That's one thing that hasn't stopped. My prayer life is still pretty much the same. But even like how much I've been going to church and stuff, it's all like changed a little bit. Yeah. But I was rewatching Sinners last night, and I know you rewatched it recently as well. By the way, your Apple TV didn't work. I had to watch it on a legal website.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You should have called me though.
But because I asked you for it already, I was like, maybe it's not really working.
Okay, cool. You want me to show you my Apple TV now?
I was like, let me not embarrass you, but it's not.
But you just embarrassed me, like you just tried to embarrass me right there. Like, the camera saw it, they saw it. So yeah, cool.
Okay, I watched it on a legal website, and and also we watched Sinners together. We went to see it in cinemas.
Yeah, the first time.
And the same scene that made me think we were in cinema is the same scene that I felt funny about yesterday.
Yeah. And sorry to interrupt you, but do you just remember like how like different it was from the trailers? Like, cause I remember you suggested us to watch it. Cause I had seen one what's it called, trailer for it, and I was thinking like, this is kind of gonna be mediocre. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
It was one of those movies I didn't know what it was about. Like, I thought it was.
No, you're talking about Marty Supreme.
No. We're
going to talk about Marty Supreme as well, guys.
Marty Supreme in a different way, but like Marty Supreme, I actually never paid attention to at all. You know what I'm saying?
Be careful.
Before, but Sinners, I'm seeing this. They even in the trailers, I think they made it see. They put more of an emphasis on Stack and
Smoke.
No, not Smoke. What's the girl? The
Hailey.
Hailey's like relationship. So I thought it was gonna be more based on that, but then they took it a completely different way, which I fucking loved. That's what I was saying.
Okay. Cool.
That's the beauty of cinema, guys. That's why I actually love watching movies with her, innit? But she's a bit iffy about that, you know.
Yeah, I'm not really a movie person. Like, everybody knows I'm a series girl. I'm a reality TV girl. I have a podcast to prove it. Like, I'm very I like things that are like 20 seasons, 20 episodes, 18 episodes, character development. Like, I don't really like movies. I don't know why it's harder for me to sit down for a 2-hour movie than it is for like 6 episodes of a reality TV show. I'm kind of funny, but Jason has made it very clear that he loves the cinema, and so as a good friend, I've been making effort.
Yeah.
Also, I want to go and see Wastemen.
Yeah, 100%. You said you were gonna go to that.
Okay, cool. But that's what I was saying. Sorry. The scene that got me is towards the end of the film when Sammy and Remick are in the lake, and Remick is kind of like baptizing him. Sammy's like one of the last one to like not be cured. Everybody apart from him and Michael B. Jordan, I don't know which brother he is at that point, has been killed. And it's like he baptizes him, and then Sammy starts reciting the Lord's Prayer to kind of like save him. And then Remick starts saying the prayer as well. And he kind of says something along the lines of like, he said, I don't know, it's something like, I said that prayer too when I needed saving and it didn't help me, but I remember it, right?
Yeah.
Just something like,
it was like people were saying that it's like more of an, he was saying like, this is how they kind of enslaved us, as in like obviously Remick's from Ireland and like black people through the word of the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because obviously for a lot of black people we are Christians. Do you know, I always wonder, how did Islam come to be? Like, I know how I know how black people found Christianity through slavery and colonization.
Yeah.
Where did you know where Islam got? I need to research that.
Nah, I don't know enough about that to say anything, but
I'll research it. But yeah, through slavery and colonization is how the majority of us have come to know religion. Christianity specifically, sorry. And then with the Irish, like before Christianity, the Irish were considered like pagans in terms of their practices and stuff. Like they practice a lot of, maybe it'd be called white magic. I don't know what it'd be called.
They had their own culture.
Yeah, sorry, is that offensive, white magic?
I don't know. Like,
sorry.
You might have done a double racism.
Yeah, and obviously.
No, but white magic is funny still. That's the first time I've ever heard that.
Really?
Yeah, but go.
Obviously, if you think about the UK, the Irish amongst the white people are probably one of the most Christian or like people of faith in the UK. And it's interesting how like it was a black person, an Irish person, and them talking about their religion in the film, yeah. But I just cannot get out of my mind like the fact that Christianity has come from slavery and colonization, and I feel like I've always known it, but I think for so long I was passive. Okay, my justification has always been God is bigger than the program, right? So okay, we might have come to know Christianity through slavery, colonization, the missionaries and stuff, and that's how we came to know the faith, but it doesn't mean that because they were the ones that brought it to us, it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing, because God is bigger than any slave master, any missionary, any form of slavery type thing. But do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like where you're saying that's why you kind of ignored the like ramifications or like the way it kind of like allows oppression or like I would say it's not allowing oppression. It gives reasons for oppression. You know what I'm saying? I haven't read the Bible in a long time. I'll be real, yeah. But I think you're more talking about how you're surprised how it was like a vessel for not just the good word. You know what I'm saying? Was it just like a rude awakening that the Bible, something that you hold like at one of the forefronts of your life, could be one of the reasons?
I think I've never seen
your persecution. Yeah.
I think I've never seen a visual representation of how religion can be used to manipulate, right? Because it's like a black person is reciting the Lord's Prayer, something that I would do in time of need, for example. Yeah. And then for a white person who, in the movie, they're like a vampire, right? They're trying to kill whatever vampires do.
Yeah, they want Sammy.
Yeah.
Because his voice. He can...
But that is kind of like what white people do sometimes in terms of being like culture vultures, or even how they colonize, how they enslave, and I don't think I've ever seen a visual representation of how it looks, right? Yeah. Like God is like, it's almost like my God is black in my head, right? But then watching it is like, not look how easy, like look how it's just like, look how it's done, like, and I think
you had a bit of cognitive dissonance there.
Yeah, and I like, it's really rubbed me the wrong way, and I think it started with that, because I remember when we left the cinema, we were both kind of like, raw. But I think I was more, you were like, raw, but that's so great, and like, look, and I was like, I don't feel good. My stomach hurts. Yeah. And I think it started with that, and then I think the past 2 years and stuff, like with things with, I don't know, Palestine, and then there's also like the ICE raids, and there's like Roe v. Wade, which was a couple years ago, but then now like they're trying to get rid of like the Equality Act in the UK, yeah? It's like, how much of what
they're trying to get rid of the Equality Act?
Yes, you didn't know this.
No, I didn't know that.
They're trying, Reform UK is trying to get rid of the 2010 Equality Act, which basically provides everyone with equal treatment. Yeah. So if a woman is pregnant, that she's entitled to maternity leave, that black people are not discriminated against in the interview process, so like all of these things under reform, that will be no more, because they're focused on meritocracy. Which, whatever. But what was I saying?
You're saying of how it relates to how it relates to whatever's going on today. Like,
I feel like I'm realizing that being a Christian up until this point has been relatively easy because of my privilege. Obviously, I'm a black woman, so on the surface, you're like, what privilege do you have? But where I live, like where I was born, like the era I was born into, and thinking like, oh yeah, like God, the God of the Bible, like protects me, favors me. But would I still feel this way if I was born into extreme poverty? If I was a child in Palestine, would I feel the same way? Like the way I've come to know and understand religion and how it plays a part in my life, and then seeing how, okay, but for other people who God is also their God, right? If my God is the truth, then like why is that happening to that person? And then seeing how like a white people can in sinners can manipulate faith to get me to do certain things, because obviously, like I was saying before, my justification has always been like God is on the throne, like God is bigger than the program. It doesn't matter how we came to understand or experience Christianity, like God has enough power to still have that connection. Do you know what I mean? To still like he's above any form of manipulation. Like the truth is the truth regardless of what form it comes in. But then it's like, isn't that what a slave master would want me to think so that they can manipulate me? And like, do I sound the same to like a child in extreme poverty saying like God will work it out, you know, just keep, do you know what I mean? It's like my mind's been a bit like, I don't know.
And what do you think about the people that go like around like to deliver people?
Like evangelism.
Yeah, evangelism.
Do you know what I think? Well, as Christians, you're taught to spread the good news, right? You're taught to tell everybody about the truth, which is like who Jesus Christ is, and that you can't enter the kingdom through him. And so I always think it's good to spread the word. I think we just in general have to be like mindful of how we do that. Because I don't know if you've seen that video of the black man on the plane evangelizing. I think like there's turbulence or something, and he's standing up. And then there was another black woman as well, who was on a train in Amsterdam in the quiet section and just stood up and started preaching. It's like, bro, guys, what are we doing? Like,
that's like I love religion or Christianity, right? Yeah. But it's always seemed a bit cultish to me just because of like the evangelism and I'm big on like you can't bring a horse to the water and expect it to drink. Like you have to meet people halfway. So when I'm seeing that in the church where it's like people aren't trying to meet you halfway, I'm just seeing the kind of like good and bad of religion, you know. And I guess I accepted it earlier because I kind of fell out of community with my church here because of the herbs and spices. Also, But certain people used to say mad things to me though, like I'm gonna be a demon, this, that, and the third, And as a kid, that's what I've come to realize, that's really, really traumatic. You know what I'm saying? There used to be times I used to pray and think, I'm like, God, I beg you, let me just allow the herbs, man. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, like, help me allow the herbs, and then I'll do it the next day and think, I'm going to hell. You know what I'm saying? So just seeing the full inflection of the church, because there's normal people, there's like, but I think I just met a lot of crazy people in the church, you know what I'm saying? That tried to put the fear of God in me, right? And that's where I'm not surprised that the word could be used to oppress.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. No, I agree. I think I was going to bring the citation in later, but I think this actually might be a good point to bring it in because you were speaking about like being called a demon and stuff like that. So the citation, which by the way, guys, the citation in this podcast is just a form of like academic literature. Maybe it's an article, a Substack, some form of research that looks into the topic we are discussing in a bit more detail, just so we can have more informed discussion. It's not every day I feel sometimes it's like, what are the thoughts and the facts out there of people who have like done the work to inform discussions. So today's citation It's titled Sinners Opens a New Conversation About Black Religion in Film, and it's written by Christopher Gurley Jr. And he talks about 3 ways in which Ryan Coogler touches on the issues of religion. And the first one is the fluidity between the secular and the sacred. And in Sinners, that's in reference to Sammy's love for blues, whereas his dad is a pastor and he's like, you need to let go of the secular music. And I think it's relevant because you were talking about like that the herbs and the spices, and I guess something that you enjoy and in your mind doesn't demonize you, but how like according to the church you're like demonic and you're bad. And the film aims to acknowledge how that rather than it being one or the other, rather than you're sacred or you're secular, there can be a middle ground. Yeah, because Sammy, who wants to play blues, which is a music that what's the word? Enriches the black people after they've been on the field for how long, they just want to go and listen to blues, is the same guy who recites the Lord's Prayer when he's in, like, there can be a middle ground, which the film aims to highlight, which may be for strict Christian, maybe Bible bashers, like that can't be a thing. Yeah.
That's like, I heard this this girl on one other podcast, I think it's Don't Call Me White Girl or something like that, yeah? And she was saying her experience with Islam, right? And then
Don't Call Me White Girl is kind of like a sex podcast, boss babe kind of. Are you sure that's sure?
Don't Call Me White Girl, is it? No, I've seen.
Oh, I'm thinking about call her daddy.
Yeah, exactly, right? Okay, what are you talking about?
Sorry, Mona.
Yeah, Mona.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, and then she was like, what you have to remember, when she was getting into Islam,
Mona,
yeah, her imam was telling her sometimes the people spreading the word or whatever in I'm paraphrasing, innit? They're not spouting Islam more than they're spouting HISlam. You know what I'm saying? So deep it, did that go over your head? It's just to say, like, in the word is the word, innit? And that's why I say I don't like the institution, innit? People can manipulate the words to push what they want.
Okay.
You know? That's where I've seen, and that's the bad side of Christianity in my opinion, innit? I like the Christianity that's more like come to me as you are, innit? Like let's chat, let's talk, let's have the discourse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think one of the biggest things that religion gives us is community, you know?
Yeah.
And when you make it like that, the community aspect dwindles for and other things can come in, like capitalism, like even you can say Sinners was an analogy of how like the capitalistic framework of the America like cannibalized flipping black people's music, you know what I'm saying, and made it for profit, you know?
Yeah. Because I can't remember what you said, but something that's triggered me, like you said, okay, you like the part of faith where it's like come as you are, right? And for me, that is the part I love. And when I think about why I love my religion so much, is I think about the love aspect, right? The Bible says something like the greatest commandment is to love God with like all your heart and soul, and the second greatest commandment is to love your neighbor as you love yourself, right? And God is referred to as love many times in the Bible, and for me it is a religion of like love, care, consideration and things like that, which is what I love and why I'm so drawn to it. But I also have to think, I feel like I'm on a more individual journey at the moment rather than being communal, because I feel like as an individual I can understand that, but when you get in the presence of community, it seems to become HISlam, or whatever the Christian equivalent is, rather than like the truth, like as in what does God say, or what they saying is what God says, and maybe I have to deal with that like the faith that I thought and I do love it, by the way. I'm not denouncing Christianity at all, but my thing right now is, if I want to be a Christian who can truly stand on their faith and know the principles of it and not feel like I'm questioning something about it, and I feel like I'm not in a place where I can confidently do that.
Maybe that's why you feel like bad about it, like but I think that's good. I think it's like any relationship, you go through your ups and downs, right? What makes good relationships is like interrogating when something's, you feel a type of way, or something's not adding up. So I think it's like it will make you a better Christian, to be honest.
Yeah, because I think what I've noticed and I think I wouldn't even say this is Christianity. I think it's it's probably all of the Abrahamic religions. Is there's a level of,
so what, like
Islam, Judaism,
Christianity.
There's a level of like passivity. Is that a word?
Yeah. Nice one.
That's like encouraged. Like it's okay to just be like, well, the Bible says that. Oh, well, the pastor said this, or what, and I think as somebody who loves social science and has studied it, it has taught me to question things and be critical of things and to consider people outside of myself. And so certain things I'm like, well, no, like why? But like why? It's irritating me. And like you said, like relationship is about being able to question it. I want to get to a place where I can like confidently, like if someone was to ask me things about faith, not obviously as a Christian you can't know all the answers, that's what God is for, but to be able to have concrete answers for certain things, that especially when the world is the way it is, like, do you get what I mean?
Yeah. I do get what you mean, and I feel that, man. Yeah. Especially the way the world that is now, you need something concrete. Like we're all looking for something concrete that you can stand on, but that's the double-edged sword of life, I call it.
Yeah, and I no longer want like the privilege that I have to stop me from interrogating my faith, because like I'm not living in extreme poverty, because I'm not in a war-torn country. That doesn't mean I shouldn't seek answers as to, well, why are people suffering outside of myself? Do you know what I mean? Like it shouldn't stop with me, and I think there's sometimes there can be like a bubble, like, well, I'm okay, my family's okay, the country I live in is okay, God is good. Obviously God is good all the time, but how do we explain people who aren't good, and how can God favor me and supposed to favor everyone, but then there's so much suffering and it's so corrupt, and like capitalism is killing us, nobody can get a job, like the economy's crumbling. It's like, make it make sense.
Make it make sense. But that's even why it's like, say like Vikings. What's the Viking religion? Do you know?
Nah.
Cool. But like, I used to be really, really interested in the lore and the history of like Viking gods. Gods and Greek gods, because like at the time I was just interested in them and as a child, innit? And one thing I took from them was like the gods there. It's just like our God, like there's Old Testament God, then New Testament, like more altruistic, innit? But like the gods in other religions or whatever, they were like humans in a sense, like as in they could be benevolent, but they could also be malevolent. You know what I'm saying?
What's malevolent?
It's the opposite of benevolent. So
not all loving.
Yeah, all hating. You know what I'm saying? Wrathful.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's always kind of more made sense to me, cause it's like that gives you reason to. That gives me more dialogue with my God. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm into the Greek, but that's one thing that I really like about them, and that's one thing I kind of dislike about Christianity. The Christianity that I've experienced, you know,
is like you have not a problem, but you question how like God can be like faultless.
Yeah, I think God should be... No. Yeah, I question how God can be faultless.
I don't have to walk that sentence back real quick.
No, I don't think... I think we should be okay with him having faults and that. Because then that can make us look on ourselves and interrogate our behaviour more now. You know what I'm saying?
Don't you think in Christianity, by God sending his only son, as in Jesus, who is like him in human form, like people say, and I guess I understand it, like that was God's way of showing that he's willing to have like the human experience as well and empathize with us as well and show how like, not how he's flawed, because I don't think Jesus made any mistakes, did he, in the Bible? I don't know. But like he's, you know how you said it gives you the opportunity to like look at yourself and feel a certain way, like that's the Christian God's way of doing that? Or no?
It still makes me feel the same way, to be honest, because it's like I'm not even gonna say where's he now, yeah, but it's more it's more like you know, it's not a fully formed opinion, but I feel like we need to feel like how can we be more. I don't know. It's not a fully formed thought, I'd say.
Yeah, no, I think I kind of understand you. Even a part of me feels like a bit guilty. Like, I'm like, oh my God, when I edit this, am I going to want to put this out? But I feel like the God I serve would want me to... It's okay with me feeling this way if it brings me back to him. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're allowed to feel this way. You're allowed to question it. I even think... I don't think there's too much wrong with exploring other religion just so you can find your way back to Christianity. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, even like you said, you looked into like Greek mythology and stuff like that. I think in my head, God is like, well, once you explore that, you'll know that the truth is me. The truth is him. I think my journey is like not being passive in... Like, I want to say I'm a Christian, like, concrete, and if that looks like having conversations like this and questioning it, or maybe exploring other things, just so I know, okay, like I can say like, no, Jesus truly is my Lord and Savior, like I am a Christian, like do you know what I mean? Like that's what I hope will come of it.
I feel like you're doing the work, innit? Because you're still strong in your faith.
Yeah.
But you're interrogating, as we should.
Yeah, let me just read out the rest of the citation, just in case it could potentially bring forth other conversation, or if anybody just wanted to hear. So the second thing, in terms of the ways Kugler touches on issues of religion, is kinship and belonging, and how, is it Remick or Ramik? Ramik is black, isn't it?
Yeah, like how do you remix his name like that?
Remick was...
Ramik, you know.
Remick wants an invite in, but instead of standing in solidarity with black people, he robs them of their identity, basically. And the last one was African spirituality versus Christianity, with Annie being into hoodoo and how that's a resistance against slavery, and how multiple forms of faith can exist at the same time. And we don't have to be... we can acknowledge other forms of...
Because even like, look at the way we think of hoodoo, which is voodoo, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a child, that's demonic shit to me.
I'm still scared. I'm
less scared because it's like I like knowing a little bit more of the history behind it. It's like a smear campaign in my opinion. You know.
Right, let's move on and bring it to a bit of a lighter note. So, sticking on Sinners, all things considered, it was a great movie. To me, it was the best movie I've seen in a very, 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 very long time. Definitely the best one of 2025. A lot of people have said the same thing, but a lot of people have also said that they feel the film was slighted in terms of the nominations it received or didn't receive. And a lot of people had a lot of problems or things to say about... Marty Supreme versus Sinners, and Timothée Chalamet receiving Best Actor over Michael B. Jordan. I know Jason has a lot to say about this, so I'm going to hand over to him.
it's not really that I have a lot to say, yeah, but I think I'm saying not what we're all thinking, but if that's what we're doing now, yeah. If we all watched both of the movies, I feel like there were two completely different movies, right? Yeah. While Sinners was like a masterpiece to me, because I hadn't seen something so like divisive in a long time, right? Marty Supreme was more like a fever dream. You know what I'm saying? So where I say the acting was, they both had very, very stellar performances in it. But this guy, Michael B. Jordan, was playing two people, smoking stack. When they were exchanging the cigarettes, even now I'm like, how did they do that? The acting of the whole cast, yeah, was extraordinary, yeah. Yeah, that's that, and that's why I say like I don't have a lot to say, but it just hurt. It hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because you're thinking we all saw this movie and it's like one of those ones where it's like still being talked about today.
We're talking about it a year later.
We're talking about it a year later. Marty Supreme was released like 2 months ago now, and even the talk about that's kind of died down. But Sinners has been consistently been talked about. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of ridiculous that happened. But this is why I try not to care about these things, innit? It's more of the black fatigue, because like this is just another account of the system shagging us, you know, and everyone knowing it, but keeping quiet about it, you know. So yeah, I feel just ambivalent about it. Like, just
what does that mean? It's
like two conflicting feelings, like outraged, but also like I don't care. Like I'm just sick of this shit. I just want to live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what? I 100% understand you, and I had the same thoughts. Like when was it the Critics' Choice Best Actor? The thing that that Timothée won.
Like a month ago.
Yeah.
And even though the movie was out for a month, it didn't even.
Yeah. But I watched a TikTok today because if we're going to talk about it, let me have like a bit of understanding. Did I send you? I don't know if I sent you this one, but the girl, the woman, she's a black woman. She basically said that although she understands where black people are coming from in terms of their black fatigue and outrage and what you say, there should be an acknowledgement of the fact that they as in Sinners had 17 nominations, which is I don't know if it's a record, but it's quite a high number of nominations, and they received quite a few. So I want to say 7, something like that. It's just that Michael B. Jordan didn't win Best Actor over Timothée Chalamet. Obviously, to you and to me too, like he deserved that over Timothée. But she said, if that's your opinion, you're probably not really into film that much, and I was like, oh well, I'm not, but you are. So
I'm into film. I like film, but I'm not a film critic. You know?
Yeah, and she said if you feel that way, you probably haven't watched more than 10 films in a year in cinema.
True. Because 10 movies. That's a bit mad. I'm more of like I'll watch the same movies again and again, and like maybe 1 or 2 new movies every year. Yeah. But 10 movies, that's a bit.
Yeah. And she also said that even though it came out in December on Christmas Day for us, the real film critics and the people who work in the film industry probably had the movie out from November or something, and so they had enough time to make an informed decision about what rewards should have been received and by who. And I was like, fair enough.
It's a valid point.
Yeah, but I also think sometimes public opinion matters too.
Yes, it matters quite a lot to me, because it's just showing that, okay, cool, I've got this elite group of film critics now that has put this over Sinners, right? I can say that's a bit, in my opinion, it's a bit out of touch. Even if you have watched 10 movies, because look, if you have watched 10 movies, like most people who've watched more than 10 movies in what she's saying, they probably went to watch the movies like the rest of us. All these like critics and that, they're like I don't know, man. I just don't like it. I just don't like the way how it feels. I can't, like, when it initially happened, bro.
Do you feel like are you like realizing you're black like again?
Yes, that's exactly it. Like, it just shows. It just shows, and that's why I keep on saying black fatigue. It's just another example of like, these niggas ain't gonna fuck with us. Like, regardless of how good the performance is, they're not gonna fuck with us. And to even get there, you have to kind of sacrifice a couple things. You know what I'm saying? Like, even Ryan Coogler, to like he's done amazing work, but to even like get put in that place, he had to sacrifice like none of these white producers or directors would have had to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them things I don't want to think about, but you have to think about it because this is what you're living every day. You know?
Yeah.
And it's just even a reminder, like, we're trying to do these things. We're trying to make it out, so to say. The barriers that they put in front of you whilst like telling you a different thing, whilst the public perception is a different thing. You know, because I'm sure like in normal discourse, like the people who voted for Marty Supreme, I don't know, like, I'm sure you had a different type. You know what?
Gather yourself.
Gather myself. Like.
Yeah, no, I do understand, and I think like the moments where you're like, rah, like, it doesn't matter how hard you work, it doesn't matter how many boundaries you push, it doesn't matter if you've got two people, one person acting as two people. Like, we're doing vampires, we're doing horror, we're touching on religion. We grow 61 million, I think, in like the first 48 hours or something. It's still like, not you because you're black. I do understand this. Frustrating. I feel like as black people, we have these realizations every other day. Like, there's always something. And so when you say black fatigue, I think that perfectly encompasses the feeling. And so I understand why you're tired, brother.
Yeah, we're getting racially abused and that.
Yeah. But the last thing we will talk about, which I find it funny, but it's not. Or is it?
I don't even find it funny, bro. I like this because, like,
they don't know what we're talking about yet.
Yeah, they are. I feel like they're gonna know because we mentioned it in the start. You mentioned it in the start.
Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were presenting an award at the BAFTAs, and while they were presenting an award, just as they got quiet, someone shouted out "niggers," and the person who shouted out "niggers"
was a white man with Tourette syndrome.
Yes. Who his name is John Davidson, and a film called I Swear, which is basically around basically around Tourette's, was inspired by him and his story.
Wait. Oh my gosh. So that's him. You know, I've been seeing like clips of that movie.
Yeah, stop shouting.
I thought it was a good movie. You know what I'm saying? But what came after? No, but go.
I think we're gonna have, based on what you're saying, I think we're gonna have different opinions on this, but let's get into it. So there's a lot of online discourse at the moment about whether or not it's okay for this to be dismissed because John has a disability. Let's go with you first, because you see, what's your...
I think two things can be right at the same time, right? Like, yeah, he had a disability, couldn't, like, neurologically, he couldn't help it, right? What bothered me is, like, these men have still been racially abused. Like, how about, like, check up on them? You know what I'm saying? How about, they could have even said, like after it happened, like, sorry. I don't know if my man apologized. The white guy, he probably did, didn't it?
I think there was an apology, but people have said that the apology wasn't good enough.
Okay, cool. You want to be empathetic towards his condition because he truly couldn't have helped it, yeah? But then, I felt like people were being more empathetic about his condition than... you could have been empathetic for his condition and also like comforted Michael B. Jordan and Delroy. Yeah, Delroy. Yeah, Delroy, because bro, these men have killed it. Like what? One of their chemistry.
You need to put your phone on silent.
Okay, cool. Their chemistry, both of their performances were great. Especially Delroy. Delroy was very good. Okay?
What does their performances have to do with anything?
On the stage of the BAFTA, this must have been I'm thinking it would have been what's it called? A proud moment for them, you know? Because, like you said, even if we didn't get, I don't know how the BAFTA nominations went, but you said 17 nominations from the critics' choice. Did you say?
Something like that.
Something like that. So they're celebrating their thing, and then they get called a slur. Bro, like that's traumatic. Like they're on the stage, probably the stage of their lives. You know what I'm saying? And it's been ruined by something that the perpetrator can't help. Yeah, but let's also acknowledge that these men are victims of racial abuse. I would have wanted them to be more taken care of in that situation.
What does taking care of in this situation look like? Only because I usually, you know me, I'm very I'm with the blacks, I'm not having this is unacceptable, protects us, I'm tired of racial abuse. But if he has a disability and part of, I think it's something, it's a form of Tourette's that basically means that you call out things and you shout out things, and they're often things that are embarrassing or inappropriate and they can be offensive, right? If this is something that he cannot help, then I do think, okay, maybe an apology, sorry, it's beyond my control, but I'm so sorry if I offended you, I'm so sorry for interrupting you, blah, blah, blah. But what, in this situation, what more comforting, if it's not intentional, what more comforting do they need?
Did you also hear about how they cut out, obviously they're doing a live broadcast thing, so they were doing it, I don't know how many minutes before, there was a little bit of a lag, yeah?
2 hours.
There you go, bro.
Wait, because that, I agree with you. I think the BBC is at fault. The BBC is at fault because the live stream was 2 hours behind, apparently. I think it's 2 hours, I'm sure I read that correctly. And they cut out something to do with Palestine because there were Palestinian protesters there.
Yeah.
They cut that out, but they didn't cut out the N-word.
Exactly.
I think the BBC is 100% at fault, and the BBC should offer an apology for not doing their due diligence and not protecting Michael B. Jordan and Delroy from getting abused again. However, I don't think it's got much to do with John Davidson and his disability, and more to do with how the BBC conduct themselves as a production company.
I agree with you, and I wasn't saying that John. I don't think John Davidson's at fault.
Okay.
I'm just more pissed off at the fact that these men got racially abused. It's just no care was shown for them. More John Davidson, good movie you've done, innit? You know what I'm saying? You made a mistake. If you've apologized for it, and it's a condition that you live with, so you could. Do you get what I'm saying? You couldn't, but like you said, the BBC could have done their due diligence, and that's what's kind of that's what's the most frustrating about this. That's what's the most frustrating about this, to be honest.
Yeah. No, we're on the same page about that. I just think the thing that's frustrating me online is people proper condemning John Davidson. Someone in the comment, okay, so basically there was a video saying that obviously they understand how it's a racist term and they understand why it's offensive, but at the same time there needs to be acknowledgement of how this is a disability and how this shows up. And then somebody in the comments was like, oh, but why is that in his vocabulary? And to that I have to say, are you a fucking idiot, bro?
Yeah, we don't all watch TV.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my... Why is that in his vocabulary? How many slurs have you heard? Do you hear? It's no... it is different to swearing, but it's we all know that word. What do you mean? There's a difference between vocabulary, what you choose to say when you have control, and I know this word and my brain is operating on its own. Today I realized people are dumb.
Yeah, no, everyone's on the rage train, like wants to be on the rage train.
Yeah.
It's like you see a piece of media. I'm even thinking, I'm sure we all, it's like, it's difficult not to be in the time that we live in, and that's why glorified Jist is great, because it adds them citations, it gives us the discourse to really form our own opinions. But yeah, like, you'll go on TikTok or whatever, or like Instagram Reels, or like, let's say YouTube Shorts and that, and you look at the comments and that, and then it's just like, everyone's in their own bubble, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bruh, like, there's gonna be rage baiters or people just on the comments, not looking to actually have a conversation about how we can be better, but more just trying to say the most likable comment, the most emotive comment.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the best thing I've seen on social media is the reminder that comes up. It's like, guys, do not forget, set 8 is also on the internet. Like, you have to remember who you're mixed in with.
Yeah.
And once I see that, I'm like, oh, you lot can't, like, I understand what I'm dealing with here. No disrespect, but it's like, some people are not that intelligent. Like, not even to be, some people are just not that intelligent and are not, they don't think critically, they can be dense. Oh, some are smart and they just choose to rage bait, and having to understand that, it's like, oh, okay.
I try to take everything with a grain of salt, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I will say though, I feel like if I had Tourette's, I would
think? What do you think your tics would be?
No, not my tics. I was gonna say that if I had Tourette's, even though the majority of things I would say I couldn't help it, I think my intrusive thoughts would just be like, just say it. Like, then what are they gonna know the difference? Like, if I had an intrusive thought or like something rude to say, I might just let it out every now and then and just be like, sorry guys.
Yeah, you have to say it. You have to say.
No,
I think it's more like I feel like it's less. They have no autonomy, and I feel like I've heard. Like, the more they try to suppress it, the harder it becomes, innit? So, like, I can't even like, I'm not,
calm down.
I'm gonna calm down, because I was about to give this guy, grace. I'll give him a little bit of grace.
No, I give him grace. It's not his fault he's disabled.
Yeah. No, literally. And
even if you meant it, good timing. No, I'm joking, guys.
This, I think it's good that it's open up a conversation more.
Yeah.
About like holding two opinions at the same time. You know?
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap up. Usually I have a closing question, but I don't have one.
Alright.
Do you have a closing question? Anything you want to ask me in general? It doesn't have to be about this, or it could be what we spoke about. Any questions, you know?
I don't know. That's quite on the spot.
I love when people ask me about myself.
Okay, cool. So, which did you like better, Marty Supreme or
I said that sinners already. Ask me a better one.
Okay, cool. Like the way you were moving, like Marty, like guys. I remember
I was
her.
moving like Marty.
That was before we watched the movie.
Yeah,
she was
because
like,
of the trailers. I never thought it was gonna be better than Sinners. I wanted us to go watch Marty Supreme because everybody made it seem like it was a movie about locking in, bossing up, and getting what you want. Right? I was coming into 2026. Like, I'm starting a podcast. Yeah. I'm trying to change careers. Like, I'm about my money on. Like, I'm on it. So let's go watch this so we can enter the year like gangsters. We were wrong.
You're wrong. Just mania on screen, but like beautiful mania. When I say it's beautiful, it's like it was like I like the way how they meshed the sounds to like kind of signify when he was going into that like kind of mode of being so focused on his goal that he turns crazy. He was always crazy and unhinged. But yeah,
are you gonna ask me a question?
I am. I was literally about to ask you a question right now, bruv. Right now.
You don't have one, it's fine.
No, I don't have one. Oh, bro.
Pathetic. Anyway, guys, no closing question. I really tried. Before we wrap up, we have to do my favourite segment, which is the Pillow Talk segment. Ooh. So, guys, Pillow Talk is the final... No, you get excited.
Yeah,
you haven't seen it in person.
No, I haven't seen that card before. You know what I'm saying?
Pillow Talk is the concluding segment of Glorified Gist, and this is where guests get to be honest about how they think and how they feel, but they do it anonymously. So they get given this card, and I step out, I lead them to it, and they get to write how they feel, what they thought of the podcast, any things they wanted to say on the podcast but they didn't say, maybe because of reputation, maybe because of image, maybe because someone else will find out it's them. It could be whatever. You're allowed to release your inhibitions on this card. And then from the next episode of Glorified Gist, actually, because we're on episode 5 now, we'll be reading these out at the top of the episode. So my new guest will read it out, and we'll get to maybe speculate on who wrote it, or just see what our thoughts and feelings are based off of the confession, right? So I'm going to give this confession card to you.
Thank you. And
you are going to write your confession. Please, Jason, make it juicy.
Yeah, I will, but also, like, I have actually a question now, yeah?
Okay.
And this is like, so, you see, the last person to our trio, innit? Would you ever get that person on?
I would love him to come on.
Cool.
Come on the podcast if you're watching. I would love him to come on. I think we'd have really good conversation, and I would love to tap his brain about where he's at now, you know?
I think it would be a great conversation.
Yeah, and I'm like, I want to know, would we get along now?
Yeah, that is a good question.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, but it's a podcast though as well. I feel like it's an easier way to kind of reconnect or chat to a person again.
No, I don't even mean like in terms of friendship. I just mean like, do we have similar views? Like, are they so different?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
do they have animosity towards me because of how things went down? Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love them to come on, but I guess it doesn't make sense to you guys. But yeah, I've given Jason his card. Wait, calm down. He's already got the pen. Where did you even find that pen? That's not mine.
I don't even know. Okay. That is no, that's your pen. Like, I found it there.
Okay,
still. I found
fine.
It too.
We're gonna leave Jason to do his confession, but we don't pillow talk in public. We pillow talk in private. So we are going to go. But Jason, thank you so much for being my fourth guest, but on the 5th episode of Glorified Gist. It's been a good conversation. I've loved talking to you. I feel like we always have good chats anyway. It just feels like like if we were just chilling the things we talk about. Would you come back?
Of course I would. We've already set the challenge for our birthday.
So wait, look in the camera.
Podcast, birthday
do a little turn so they can see what you're working with.
You want me to stand up and that?
Well then. You see my back rolls, guys. Why are you in the camera? Alright, sit down.
Alright, cool.
Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next week for the voice note I'll see you next week for the voice note. The week after that, we're taking a 1-week break, and then the week after that, we'll be back for episode 6 of Glorified Gist with me, your host, Janelle. Oh my god, I'm forgetting. I'm your host, Janelle Asher. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Janelle Asher. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you can follow Glorified Gist at Glorified Gist Podcast. No, Glorified Gist Pod on Instagram and TikTok. Can they find you? Would you like to be found?
Of course I would. So, I'm Botmon TV on YouTube.
I'll spell it out.
BOTMON. No. Okay, spell it. Oh, you're gonna put it on the thing. Come on. Yeah, Botmon TV on YouTube. Botanical moonshiner on Instagram with an X, and the same on TikTok. Tap into my TikTok and my Instagram. Mad educational videos on herbs, how to do it safely, and just a little background. So yeah, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
What?